Hello, it's Daryl. How are we doing today? And today we're going to work on the right rear power window motor on the 07 Navigator. The power window started giving me trouble on this a couple years ago. It would go down sometimes. It would hardly ever go up. It took forever to try to get to wiggle the switch and bump on it and tap on it trying to get it to go up. We couldn't get it to go up except occasionally. So I was never sure if the problem was the switch or the motor. So what I did is I disconnected the motor once I got it back up in the all the way up position so that people riding in it couldn't accidentally put it down and get it stuck down. So I bought, about a year ago, I picked up a new master switch over for the driver's side door as well as this switch here. And I was at the junkyard the other day and I happened to find another one in the yard, so I picked up the power window motor for it for the right rear, which is actually the same power window motor as the front left takes. So we're going to go ahead and start trying to diagnose and fix this, because now that we have all the parts it might possibly take, I should be able to fix it all in one day here. So first step is going to be to remove the door panel, which is really easy on these. We have 2, 3, 4, I believe there's 5 7mm bolts and 1 Phillips screw. The Phillips screw is right back here on the end panel in this little inset hole right here. And then there's 2 7mm screws, bolts underneath here, one here, one here. And there's a trim panel under here, in here, with 2 in there. And there's one here behind a trim plate right back in there. You can see it right there behind the door handle. And we're going to use a sharp edge, like a straight screwdriver bit or a little pick tool, to pop this cover plate here off without damaging it like that. It's just a little thing on the hinge that pops out and swings out. You can see there's the swing out there, and there's the clip mechanism there. And we'll set that aside. And we'll take our straight tool down here and we'll pop out the access panel there. I don't know if you can see it right down there. Now you can sort of see the 2 7mm bolts down there. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I've got the 7mm socket set up on a hand driver, which is all we should need because they're not that tight in there. And we'll take this one off first. And then the 2 down here in this hole. And then the 2 down here on the bottom. And you can feel where they're at because there's like a little groove set into the molded plastic that comes out right next to them. And these are different than the 3 that are on top. They're not quite the same length, and they have, I think they have a little bit different thread angle to them. These are more like sheet metal screws. Well, I guess they're both kind of like sheet metal screws, but these have a sharp pointy tip and they're shorter. So the shorter 2 go on the bottom. Once all the screws are out, you're going to want to put your fingernails behind the front edge of this door handle thing and pop it out a little bit. Pull the handle out and slide it toward the front of the vehicle to get it out of the way so you don't accidentally drop it and break it. And now the door panel is ready to take off. And it's really easy on these. You just grab a hold of it, lift it straight up. It's far enough to clear that lock tab there. Matter of fact, we can push it down so you don't have to open it as far. So we're just going to lift it up from the bottom. See, it pops right up like that. And then we'll lift it up just a hair more and swing it off. Our window motor is right behind that area right there of the fabric insulation cover. So we're going to carefully peel back the insulation on it and check the motor. Now the easiest way to test this, since I've already gotten, I've got the repair manual with a whole bunch of voltmeter tests where you check different pins and wires in here and in the switch and over in the driver's side switch to see where it's getting voltage and where it's not. But like I say, since we've already got disconnected and we have a new motor already in place, the easiest way to check this is going to be just to connect the motor wire to this new motor, leave it dangle there, and operate the switch and see if it runs. If it does run, then we'll know that the motor is our problem. Alright, I had to go around and turn the switch on, key on, and make sure the switch was activated. Here we go, let's check it out. Look at that. Works both ways. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and pull the new motor back off so it's out of the way, and then we'll pull the old motor off. All right, that looks pretty good. The new motor's on. It seems to be working. We took the WD-40. We sprayed the channels down here on both sides, just down in the front. I think the front channel is the only one that goes down all the way. Then we reached inside and sprayed the little spool that winds up the regulator cable. Then we sprayed the cables where they go into the flexible housings at. Lubed everything up. And we're going to see how it goes. We've pre-hung the door panel back on the top here. The main thing is to remember to hook it over the door lock button first, so you get it lined up with that hole first. Then push the top in and let it drop down. But now we got the bottom's not hooked on where it needs to be yet, so now we got it just preset there. We're going to lift it up about 1 inch. I said just until we get near the top of this, push the bottom and middle in, and then drop it back down to lock it in place. So we're going to do that right now. We're going to lift it up, push it in, push it in, and then drop. And now the bottom should be securely hooked in with the little hooks inside. And we're all set. We just got to button it back up with the 5 bolts and 1 screw and the trim panel. And this job is done. Let's give it a try. Look at that, all the way down, all the way back up. Took a little while for it to go up. Maybe it's, you know, maybe the regulator is getting a little old and worn out. I'm not sure, but the WD-40 I put on there should help it a little bit. Probably should have used a weatherproof lithium grease or something like that on it. But it's not that hard to take this door panel off and spray it again if we have to, but honestly this window hardly ever gets used, usually only by accident, so we should be good to go. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Really appreciate your support on this channel.